Hello, my very most beautiful Leos. How is everyone? I hope you guys are all doing amazing. So my lovelies, we are going to be doing your April weekly reading. Now this reading is going to go from the 12th through the 18th. It is a general reading and it may not be able to resonate for all of you. So guys, if you want something that is meant for your exact energy, then I do have personals open. And everything that you'll need to know, whether it's about this reading or about scheduling your personals, all of that is in the description box below for you. So archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors, please deliver clear messages with a very clear understanding for my very most beautiful, Leos. Please, may the messages that need to be heard the very most please come through. And may they please find those who need to hear it. Please show me Leo's energy, a very clear message with a very clear understanding. All right, my loves, let's take a look and see what we've got going on for you. Nope, another deck for that. All right. So, got the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. Got the Eight of Pentacles right under that. I do feel like this is somebody here who could want to reach out, or this is you wanting to reach out to somebody else. I do feel like this could be your energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be reach out, but I do feel like you still see potential here. I do feel like you could have some things you want to say, and I still feel like you want to work on this. Some of you guys could be really focusing on other things, or really focusing on your work, on yourself, you know, while you figure some things out. But, you know, that's kind of what that feels like. We have in your headspace, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ten of Swords for your thoughts. So there's definitely been some kind of ending. So like I said, some of you guys could be really just focused on yourself, really focused on your work, just trying to get through the day, but wanting to reach out or having some things you want to say. I feel like some of you guys still see potential with this partner, and I feel like you still want to work on it as well. Some of you guys could be feeling like you wasted your time, okay? It's almost like this frustrating energy that I'm feeling. It's like, it could feel like every time I start something, it always ends like this. You know, like, it's like that kind of a frustrating energy where, like, you're just getting frustrated with the fact that things always seem to, like, go a certain way, or you have a very similar experience. And you could just be feeling like a waste of time. Some of you guys, if that's not your energy, if that's not it, it could very well be the Seven of Pentacles. Can also be a card of, like, what we invest in. I feel like some of you guys still feel like the connection is worth investing in, okay? And you could be reflecting back on where you could have done, like, would have, could have, should have energy. You know, maybe if I would have worked harder on this, or I would have said this, you know, that kind of a thing. Now we have the Sun card in the reverse and the Hierophant in the reverse for your heart space. So definitely feeling very unhappy, okay? Definitely feeling very unhappy. You could feel like the person that you're dealing with is, you know, maybe a little bit non-committal, or they're not committed to making things work in the same way that you are. And that could cause a lot of unhappiness, okay? Especially if you still see the potential and you feel like whatever issues you have are stuff that can be worked through, having somebody else then not be willing to invest in it, not be willing to put the work in it, can be very hurtful. Your true intention, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So I do feel like this is, whatever this is, you got two tens, so something is coming to a completion. Okay, now whether it's the connection or whether it's just an aspect of the connection, okay? Something is getting wrapped up here, okay? And I do feel like, I'm trying to think of the right way to explain it, because the Ten of Wands is a card of burdens, but the Ace of Pentacles is here with it. It's almost like a burden of your choice. I hope that makes sense, but it's like it's a burden that you're choosing. You understand that the problems that you have in this connection are difficult, you know, that they are a burden, you know, that there's responsibilities and that there's difficulty to it, okay? And in that aspect, it is a burden, but you still see the potential and you still want this. So it's like you're choosing to take on that burden of whatever obstacles you guys may face or whatever obstacles are going on within your connection, whatever problems that you have, because you feel like it's worth it. You feel like, the connection itself is worth that. The opportunity to make things work is worth whatever burdens may be. So it's like your burden of choice, okay? And I do feel like a lot of you guys do want another opportunity, and some of you guys are waiting for the right communication or the right way to say that, to let this person know that you're here, that you want to work on things. We have the Queen of Swords and we have the Five of Cups here for your action. So you're becoming very clear about what you want, and I feel like on one hand you're having clarity and boundaries, but I still feel like you're welcoming in this new opportunity. But I still feel like there's a lot of disappointment and a lot of grief that you're experiencing with this clarity, because I feel like your person's not quite on the same page. Okay, so we're going to take a look at their energy, because it does feel to me like your unhappiness is coming. Some of you guys could be married to this person with the Hierophant being here, but it's like they're not committed to, committed to making things work in the same way that you are at this time. And that is very hurtful. Okay, you guys could be in separation at this time as well, and that could be very hurtful. Because you still want this and you feel like there's still, all of this opportunity, all of this potential, that the burdens are still worth it. And, it could hurt that somebody else maybe doesn't feel the same way. But let's take a look. Let's see what their energy is. Show me the person that Leo is dealing with in this situation. What is their energy towards Leo? Show me the person that Leo is dealing with in this situation. What is their energy towards Leo, please? What is their energy towards Leo? The Seven of Swords in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. And to me, that feels like they're either coming into some kind of truths about what they want and how they feel, or maybe where they've been sabotaging things, or maybe where they have some things to work on. It could also be, this could also be an apology as well. Have things that they're feeling sorry for when it comes to the connection. With the Seven of Swords in the reverse is their overall energy. So they could be sorry that you're hurting, or sorry for things that have happened, that kind of a thing. But let's take a look. So they have the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So there's a lot that you guys have been going through, okay? And the one thing that is clear is that this person wants to be able to get past some of this conflict, some of the issues. They want to kind of transition out of that into something that is more peaceful and smooth. However, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like trying to figure out how to do that, trying to figure out, like, put one foot in front of the other, figure out what the next step is, come up with a plan. Like, I don't know how to get there, but I know that this is what I want. I know that I don't want the conflict anymore. I know that I want some peace. I know I want to transition away from where we've been and the way that things have been. That is probably why the tens are coming up, because they do have this desire to move past some of the issues, but they don't really necessarily know how. So they're not maybe taking any action because they don't really know what to do. The Knight of Pentacles is not a big action taker. He's very slow. He's the only horse in the Knights that isn't moving. It's at a standstill. But there is potential here, and it's a card of, like, overthinking. It's a card of, like, planning. Figuring out what to do next. In their heart space, they have the Ten of Cups in the reverse and the Strength in reverse. They could be going through some things on a very emotional level, especially with the Seven of Swords coming up. Some of them could be dealing with some mental health stuff, or I even want to say, like, some emotional issues, okay? Maybe just things feel very overwhelming to them at this time. Whether that's other things, outside of the connection, or whether it's things within the connection. They could just feel like they just can't handle it at this time. This could be a very depressing kind of an energy, and the Strength card in the reverse is feeling they don't have the strength to handle things, and maybe that's why they're not taking action, even though they do want to move past it, because it does feel like a very down energy. Their true intention is the High Priestess and the Hierophant in the reverse. So there are definitely some lessons that they need to learn, but I honestly truly feel like this person has no idea. With the High Priestess, it's like everything feels like it's a secret to them. They have no idea what the lesson is, or what to do, or how to do things the right way. it's something here I'm getting like with tradition is what this feels like to me. It doesn't feel non-committal to me. It feels like tradition. It's like they feel like there's a specific way that they're supposed to be. Especially this coming up with the Seven of Swords is a very specific message. So some of this, just take the parts that resonate for you and leave the ones that don't for somebody else. But this person could feel like there's just like a right way to do things, okay? And they could very much feel like they have been messing everything up. This is somebody who feels like they could be very hard on themselves, and that's probably bringing in some of this depressing energy. Because there's just a lot of mystery. There's just a lot of unknown. They're really unsure about what to do from here, what they want, what's best, you know, for you, for them, for the connection. So I feel like making a decision about what to do is something that is weighing on them dramatically. I feel like there's a part of them that feels like they don't want you to have to take on their burdens, as well as just having to make a decision, having to figure out, you know, what to do when it comes to this connection is really weighing on them. And I feel like it's because this person could be dealing with some like mental health or emotional issues at this time. This feels very overwhelming to them. I feel like you really want to make this work, and you're willing to take on this burden. You're willing to help this person through whatever they're going through. You're willing to take the burdens that you guys have as a couple and make this work. And you're very unhappy because it feels like on your end that they don't want that. But I don't feel like it's that they don't want it. I feel like they just can't handle it at this time. I feel like this person is going through more than just this connection, whether that's just mental, whether that's self-sabotage. I feel like they have some internal or mental things that they're dealing with at this time. But they are being called to action as well. So they have some things that they're going to be dealing with. The universe is kind of stepping in to try to help them with this, is what this feels like to me. So I do feel like there is potential here for this to kind of transition and for you guys to be able to move past this. Keep in mind that this is just a weekly energy, guys. So these are not going to be permanent outcomes. It's just where the energy lies for this week. I am going to grab another deck. We're going to take a look at what your guys' biggest challenge is and what you don't see coming. So what is Leo's biggest challenge this week? What is Leo's biggest challenge this week? What is their biggest challenge? The Lovers. So there could be some space and obstacles in between you. So maintaining the connection and knowing what you guys have. This could be also making a decision what to do from here. The Lovers is also a card of like what you really truly value. So spending some time figuring out what you truly value, what you really want, that could cause you to make a decision on you know, how to handle some of these energies. It's also like there is these people, they do have this very deep, very spiritual connection, but there is obstacles between them. You can see the mountain, which represents obstacles, challenges, and there's some space between them right now too. So maybe this space is necessary, and that could be challenging, but it maybe is necessary for this person to figure some things out at this time. Now, what doesn't Leo see coming this week? Let's see what flipped out. The Ten of Wands. How difficult it's going to be, or what this person is really going through. That could be coming to the light. You know, this person could be apologizing and maybe expressing, sharing some of the things with you. And maybe there's some things that you just didn't realize that this person was experiencing. But that is what I have for you guys. Now, like I said, these are just weekly energies. If this resonates, let me know in the comments down below. And if it doesn't, check out your other placements. Everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or about scheduling your personals, all of that is going to be in the description box below for you. If you like the way that I read, please like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, guys, if you want personal prayers for any reason at all, go ahead and put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. So I am sending so much love and light until next time.